Hello everyone, welcome back once again. In this video, you will get to see the mock Viva for the subject called Retail Management, which is Business Exposure Project. And for this mock Viva, I have with me Devesh, Yogita Gahelot, Priyal Savarka, and Akanksha Sharma. So without further ado, let's get started. And to start with this video, let us know individually what these students have done in their project. And to start with, uh, and to go with Priyal, can you please introduce yourself and tell me what did you do in your project?
Hello everyone, my name is Priyal Savarka. I am from SYBBA, specialization in marketing. I have chosen Viva as my store. So, and also I did a lot of research in this. So, yeah.
Okay, Yogita, can you introduce yourself and tell me what did you do in your project?
Hello everyone, I am Yogita Gahelot from SYBBA. I chose Wellness Forever for this project, and the objectives of this project were to study the layout, to study the interior of the store, to study the exterior of the store, and the goals which the store have generally.
Okay, good, Yogita.
Thank you.
Devesh, can you introduce yourself and tell me what did you do in
Hello
project?
everyone. Hello everyone. I'm Devesh from SYBBA. I have chosen marketing as a specialization, and for this project, specially I have chosen Maruti Suzuki as a store. We have visited Maruti Suzuki as a store to study its layout, to study its exterior, interior, to understand their goals, to understand the speciality of the product, and all about their market. So that's all we have made in this project. Thank you.
Okay, moving to the next student, Akanksha Sharma, can you please introduce and tell me what did you do in the project?
Hello everyone, I am Akanksha Sharma from SIBA. I have chose D Decor as my project. In D Decor, we have done we have studied about goals of D Decor. Why did we select D Decor? Its store interior, store layout, and goals.
Okay. Some of you had mentioned about the store layout. So can anyone tell me what is it?
So, can you repeat?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Yogita, I think know the answer. Yogita.
The store layout of Wellness Forever was loop layout. It takes the customer to the whole store, and it gives exposure to the all the products in the store. And this type of layout also encourages the impulse buying. As you can see, wellness has many different types of products other than medicine, also lifestyle products. So when people go through the store, they are forced to go to see the all the products in the line, and this encourages the impulse buying also of the product of the store.
Good. Yogita, you mentioned about like exposure, it gives maximum exposure to the one who visits the store. So can you tell me which all were your observation when you had visited the store?
So actually, when we went in the store, there were many different types of products, including snacks, including many different types of products. So even if I didn't needed a thing, the products reminded me, and it like I had a need or a desire to buy a product, and I also started to have some cravings for snacks when I went in the store. So this is what they do to you. So which happened to me also.
Okay. Devish, during your visit, what did you notice? Like, which all were your observations?
Actually, I was in Maruti Suzuki, though there was all about cars, and I am passionate about cars. So I was like deeply into the models and the specializations of cars, the way they have described the cars, the models, the way they use their terminology and language, the customer behavior of their, the surrounding over there. All of them attracted me to them, their store, to their car, to their models, and I felt really nice with the store. And actually, I would say it has free flow layout, which would allow me to go anywhere, understand anything, to test the car, to see the car, to have the full experience of the layout. So it allowed me a lot, and I actually enjoyed to be in the store with them, with those guys. So it was my experience. I felt really good with that.
Okay, good. Akanksha, can you please tell me which are your key observations during the visit?
So when we visited, the entrance was very good. It was all of glass. So we were attracted from the entrance itself. And when we went to talk to the manager, he hesitated at first. He was not sure if he wanted to answer the question. So he told that we only want minimal questions that we will ask. Then he agreed. First, he was telling us not to take photos. So we had some problems. Then he allowed us. So we took photos. It was the interior was very good. On a border there were curtains, and in the middle there were products. And on second floor when we went there, there was a miniature bed. So it was very cute to look at them. Then he told us about the decor, and they all cooperated very good with us.
Okay, fine. Priyal, can you tell me like some of the key components which you noticed during your visit, like some of them maybe in interior and exterior? So, which all were your observations when it comes to a store display and two component interior and exterior?
Yeah. So I had this store called Biograma. So it was all aesthetic, like the fragrance. As soon as we entered the bakery, it's basically it sells the bakery products like cakes and all. And as soon as we entered the store, it was full aesthetic vibe. The fragrance of that baking of the cake was really like mouth watering and all. The like mostly people, high class people go in in this store. And the most important thing about this store was the food, which was if the cake is expired like after a 1 week, so they used to sell the same product to their employees at the lower rate. It was really nice initiative. And there was three primary color used, that was uh, pastel pink and pastel golden, and also eclectic green. Yeah. And it was all together was looking really aesthetic. All the things were designed and organized really well. And also we got really friendly vibe over there. And people over there, even the customers, give us the nice review of it. And the exterior was really you can say that it was really attractive, and which was seducing us to buy more and more product. And yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, okay, good. So you mean this particular store targets to the elite community or maybe elite customers? You mean like premium customers they're targeting to?
Yeah, no. Especially in the that store runs particularly on Christmas, on the birthdays, or in the New Year's. So it goes like that. The most sales on that occasions.
Okay, fine. Let us also have a little bit questions based on all fundamentals. So I want to know what is mean by retailing.
Retailing is a process of attracting the customers and doing sales more and more.
Okay. Can anyone from you guys tell me the difference between a retailing, and a retailer? You can raise a hand. Okay. To go with Yogita.
So retailing is the all the process which involves and the step by step process which are involved in selling the products to the customer, and retailer is the person who does that, who implements all the process, and retailing is the type steps which are required to do in selling the process.
Okay. Uh, Devesh wants to add anything.
Not actually. It's mostly like her only. Retailer is the person who possesses this process, while the retailing is a process which is done in order to sell the product from the organization to retailer, retailer to consumer. So it's the process.
And what is retail?
Retail is just a concept which says like starting from manufacturing to providing the product to consumer is a retail. This concept is known as whole retail.
Fine, to add to your answer, retail has derived from a Latin word called as retailer, which means breaking the bulk. The retailer buys on a bulk quantity and sells on a smaller quantity. It means, it's like breaking the bulk and selling it on a smaller quantity. Okay, I would also love to know if you could add something, especially, when it comes to takeaway of this visit or takeaway of doing this project. So I would really love to know if you could one by one tell me, by doing this visit, by making the project, what did you learn? Like how it added value to your learning. And to start with, Akanksha.
We also went, I remember when you say this, we also went to Chumbak. There, the employees were very rude with us. They did not answer even one question. They were like seeing their phone and yes, no, we won't answer. They were very rude to us, so we did not take that store. But the rest stores were very good. My From my thinking, the best was Maruti Suzuki. Their employees were very friendly with us. They were like, yes, yes, come, हमारे पास तो गरवारे से हर साल ही आते हैं लोग प्रोजेक्ट करने के लिए. So we were like, yes, please help us doing the project. So overall, it was very good. It was very good experience.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Devesh, what did you learn by doing this project?
Yeah, actually, we have went to multiple store and we learned each and every store about each and every store, and all of them were really generous to us. They were kind to us. But yeah, as Akansha added, we had some stores like that. They didn't even took effort to talk to us. They just ignored us. But at the end, we found a store who were really kind, who were really informative about their store, who were really knew the market, knew the way of the work. It was really good. When I went to Maruti Suzuki, I knew that they were really good. They were, as a salesperson should be, they should be kind, generous, and they should be knowing about product as well as about people, consumer who are coming to their store. So they had a tone to talk to any human. So I
Oh,
like that even for this also. Thank you.
okay, Priyal.
So basically, in this, I think I improve my skill during the by doing observations, studying the layout in the practical, which also helped me for today's exam, and also the confidence they were talking, the manner, the body language of the employees, the way of communication, all things were was very in decent manner, and I learned from it how to how to be how to be a friendly, how to welcome up customers, and how to interact with them basically. So I learned from this project, and also I built self confidence in this because I'm not a person to go in any stores and ask the questions. And so yeah, and also I got to know about the people are involving, how the people are working inside that store. So yeah, and also the the initiative they are taking towards the environmental. So yeah.
Very good. What you mentioned was what has been taught in the classroom. So this project is an opportunity to see that in action. Like if it is a loop layout or maybe zigzag layout, we'll just draw the diagram. I will bring some pictures on the screen and we'll show you like, oh, this is how the loop layout looks like. But when you actually go into a store and apply what has been taught, it's an exposure to you. It's in real sense, it's an exposure. Okay, Yogita.
Yeah, so sir, as everyone said, we got really good exposure in this project, and as Priyal said that we actually had learned practical knowledge about the layouts and how they were placed actually instead of diagrams, and also the as they said that the employees will behave with us nicely in Chumbak. So it made me realize how important it is to be kind and just talk to someone nicely, how important it is, and how it makes image of your company. Because of that
Very true.
experience, I don't think we will think the same way about that brand anymore. So how much important talking nicely, it's a basic thing. So how much that important role it plays in company's image building. And also we got really great exposure and nice, it was really good, and we learned all the layouts in more practical form, which made us remember everything more accurately and more nicely. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
I am agree what Yogita said. If somebody behaves rudely and talks not in a good way, you will never turn up to that store again, isn't it? It also happens with
Yes.
us. Fine. Last question is going to be a round of question for all of you because since it's a mock, Viva, it will also be referred by your peers and maybe coming batch or maybe by your juniors. So it's not as that simple like just going, taking up some pictures, asking the questions because a lot of people, I mean, many people have a lot of work these days and they are really not cared about who has come and what sort of questions they are asking. So I want to know which all were the hurdles or the challenges we faced in maybe getting the permission or maybe by doing the project, and what suggestion you want to give to the viewers or to your peers or to the juniors. And to start with, again, Devesh.
Yeah, the challenges I would say it should be like you should be designed for what you want to ask. What are you going for? What are you aiming to know from them? Because
That's
when
why
we
हम
start,
लोग बोलते हैं कि you'll have to mention the objective कि क्या करना है, like define the objective to study the store layout, interior, exterior, so that the scope is limited.
yeah, because when we started with the first tour, we were so confused that what are we exactly for? What are we exactly going to do in this? What we can see is all what it is. But with the second store, third store, we got to know that yes, what we know, what we want to do is easy, and what questions we have to design. We designed it first, and then we started with other stores. Then we went another with it got really nice afterwards, but for starting it was hard for us to understand what is the exactly we are aiming to.
So it you
Yeah,
means
that
the pro tip is you'll have to be clear with your thought what you want to do in the visit.
exactly.
Okay, fine. Going to Yogita. Yogita, do you want to? I mean, which all are the hurdles and any pro tip for our viewers?
Yeah, so you are going to be rejected by few stores, but don't let that demotivate you and continue going to different stores. You'll realize that there are people who value you. And yes, as Davis said, be clear and write down the questions which you are going to ask priorly. So you won't have to be thinking in front of them, and your work will happen quickly. So that's all.
Very good. Otherwise, people will be done with the visit, and then they'll realize, अरे ये question तो मैंने पूछा ही नहीं, because you were not clear. You didn't note them in the diary. Very good. That's a pro tip what Yogita shared with our viewers. Moving to the next, Priyal.
So actually, we should have the clear objective, what information we want from the respective store. And there should be I would suggest every store should have some uniqueness, which they
Very
can,
true.
they can be creative. they can they have a unique selling point, and they can be a different in whole market, and they can dominate. So, and they can dominate the market.
At least the
And
category has to be different. Like एक अपने apparel किया है तो second should be a grocery store, third should be
yeah,
some kind of other store. Okay, that has to be there.
yeah,
Good.
yes, actually.
So you'll get to
And
know the
we should,
diversity.
yeah. And also we should be get prepared what will be the consequences, the negativity, as we said, chumbak. So that was kind of we were like कि नहीं अभी हम लोग नहीं करेंगे, हमारा मूड ऑफ हो गया है. What if next भी ऐसे ही रहेगा? ठीक है. This
Very
reminds me we should not be mind with in the box, कि हम लोग जैसे कि हम लोग हमारे साथ चुंबक में हुआ कि we got the negativity from them, and हमको ये लगा कि नेक्स्ट वाले भी ऐसे ही करेंगे, वैसे ही एटीट्यूड के साथ बात करेंगे, वैसे ही नेगेटिविटी से हमसे बात करेंगे, which is not good. We should be सबसे good relevant questions पूछना चाहिए, सबसे equally बात करनी चाहिए. All the communication skills we should apply on it, and yeah, that.
very
That's
true.
it.
That we called a preconceived notion. यार मेरे स्टार तो ये स्टोर में ऐसे बात किया, सो लाइक नेक्स्ट बंदा भी ऐसे ही करेगा, बट ऐसे नहीं होता है जनरली. You'll have to come out of that. That is actually the marketing and sales professional will teach you. If you're into especially door to door sales, you don't know like when you're going to settle the deal, right? So you'll have to clear all the experience and go with a fresh mood, attitude, and tap the next candidate or next deal or a next client. Very true and very good tip you have given to our viewers. Moving here to the Akanksha.
So I want to add that proper plan should be made before, and also vision of work is very important. And we went to redecor at first, and everyone was scattered. Some were going up, some were roaming down, some were Yogita watching. And I want to add that always take extra friend with you to click pictures.
Okay. Fine. Anyways, it
One
was.
what I want to add is, uh, sorry to interrupt. One point what I want to add is, we should just keep the notes with us, because while taking down the information, we were somewhere out of the points. We sometimes forgot what points we noted, what points we got from the manager and all. But sometimes it should be added to your list. What we found, what we have to write in information, what points we have to gather from everywhere, and what we did already. So the information usually gets scattered. So to keep that in you should have things properly mentioned in your diary.
Very true. Sometimes, if the things are not mentioned in the diary, also when you go for a visit, you may realize, okay, fine, my objective can be like to study the billing system because this particular store lacks in this, or this particular store is good in this. Very true. I think Yogita wants to add something.
Yes, that was what I was going to say. And also, your observation should be really good. You should observe each and everything. So you should realize that you should not take it leniently, because this project has so much marks. So you should have clear observation and remind, note down everything which you observe, and that's it. The observation should be good.
Even I checked your project, and your team was the only team who mentioned all sort of layouts. And a lot of students, they were not even clear about it, so that going to give you bonus grades. Anyway, it was really nice to talk to you and have this or create this atmosphere of as a mock Viva for retail management. Thank you so much for being there with us, sharing your thoughts, ideas, and experience with everyone, especially with the viewers. Thank you so much once again. So I'm officially declaring now this Viva has come to an end. Thank you, Yogita, Priyal, Akanksha, and Devesh for being there with me for this mock Viva.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Do like, share, and
Thank
subscribe to the channel if you found this interesting and informative.